What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Cubs. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Interupt Affinity Policy Tool. And to get the Interupt Affinity Policy Tool, I'm going to reference you back to Freethy's channel. Go ahead and click on one of his videos. His link will be in the description. Go ahead and click on Show More and find his Google Drive, which is right on the top here. I still think he has one of the best Google Drives for tweaks. Go ahead and double click on Windows A to Z Videos Old. And go ahead and go to the Interupt Affinity Policy Tool. We're going to double click on this. Go ahead and download it. It'll show up in the bottom left corner here. Go ahead and extract it. And then after you extract it, it's going to show up with this. And you'll drag that to the desktop. So from here, we're going to right click and run as admin, hit OK, and then here's the tool. So the things we're going to be looking for today are the host controller, compliant host controller, and the NVIDIA graphics card. So to make sure you have the right host controller that's controlling all your USBs that you have connected to your computer as we speak, go into Device Manager, and then you want to go to View Devices by Connection. You'll know you have the right USB hub. I already know where mine is right here. Intel USB 3-point extensible host controller. You'll know it's the right one because you see how many devices are connected to this, guys. So if you go into the root hub, you'll see I have a device here. So this is like my keyboard, my mouse, my headset, my microphone, everything. So you'll see all the devices connected to it, so you know it's the right one. When you do find that, go ahead and right click and hit Properties. We're going to be looking at the location, PCI bus 020. So we're going to minimize Device Manager and keep this right next to the tool. So I'm lucky and my host controller is right on the top, and as you can see, the location info 020. PCI bus 020, and then right here 020. So I know this is the right hub. Go ahead and hit Set Mask. The only thing you have to worry about is when you're checking the boxes is if you have hyperthreading on or off. And to know if you have hyperthreading on or off, go ahead and go over to Task Manager, go under Performance, and under CPU. If your cores and logical processors are the same, you are not hyperthreading. If your cores are like mine, 8, thread 16, it's double, that's how you're doing hyperthreading. So if it's double the cores, your logical processors are double the cores, that's how you know you're hyperthreading, okay? So if you're hyperthreading, you're going to want to check the core and the thread like I did here. 2 checks for the graphics card and the host controller. So pretty much a lot of the stuff is being tied up in CPU 0 and 1 by default. So you pretty much want to get the host controller for USBs and the graphics card. You don't want to mess with anything else away from that CPU 0 and CPU 1. So since I have hyperthreading on, we're going to set the USB controller to 2 and 3, which is core 2 and thread 2. This is core 3, thread 3, core 4, thread 4, core 5, thread 5, and so on. And I only check 2, like I said, because I'm hyperthreading. If you don't have hyperthreading on, only check CPU 2, just 1. Okay? So once you have that checked, just hit OK. It's going to ask you to restart your device. Go ahead and hit yes, and it'll restart your mouse and keyboard as well as probably a few other USBs, but they'll come right back on. For me, I already did it, so I'm just going to hit cancel because I already tried this once with my graphics card and it restarted my graphics card and it stopped my video. So I was a little upset. So from here, you can just hit N for NVIDIA, or you want to actually click in anywhere in here first, hit N. So you may have to click it 2 or 3 times to get to NVIDIA, but I have no other ends, so it just goes right to my graphics card. And from here, to make sure you do have the right graphics card, even though it's the only thing in the tool, go ahead and, do you want to restart your computer now? No. Go ahead and go back into Device Manager, and then scroll down, still in Connections, and find your graphics card, GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. I'm going to right click on this and go to Properties, minimize this again, and you'll see this location's 100, and I'm on the RTX 2080 Ti here, and it says 100. So I know I'm on the right graphics card, even though it's the only one, but it's the right location, so you know for sure. So I'm on the RTX 2080 Ti. Go ahead and hit Set Mask. So now you don't want to put it on 2 and 3 or 2 because you just set that for the USB controller. So what I recommend doing is messing around with this and trying it. I've started trying 8 and 9 before. That's how I started. And I just recently put it to 6 and 7, and it feels better than 8 and 9. But the only thing you have to remember is you still have to do the core and the thread if you have hyperthreading on. So what I recommend trying is 6 and 7 to start if you have hyperthreading on. If you don't like how that feels, try 8 and 9. And if you don't like how that feels, try 4 and 5. But you just want to stay away from 2 and 3 if you have hyperthreading on. But if you have hyperthreading off, you still want to stay away from 2, but you can try just 4, just 6, or just 8 if you have hyperthreading off. You just have to see what feels better. But I recommend if you have hyperthreading on, trying 6 and 7. If you have it off, try just 6 to start. If not, try 4. If not that, try 8. And then I'm definitely not going to save this because I'm not going to mess up this video again. So normally you're going to want to hit OK again, and then it's going to ask you to restart it's going to have, not your computer, it's going to have you restart your graphics card to hit yes. This time you want to hit yes. So for me, I'm just going to cancel and then hit done. And then go ahead and restart your computer, and you may or may not feel a difference, but it is going to be performing a little better for sure. You may not feel it always, but it will be. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all the support lately. And until the next video, guys, peace out.